Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Andrea and here I am checking the information for another hashtag that I want to join in. This one is from Simon, dear Simon at Hermit's Cave, and he created this hashtag actually at the end of last month. I was waiting for some decks to arrive because I wanted to, I don't know, it felt like I needed to wait for these decks to arrive because I wanted to do a few hashtags, but I got the feeling that I kind of needed those decks. I don't have such a big collection as some other people in the tarot community. I do have kind of a good collection, but not too big. Well, so the hashtag is Circle of Friends decks, which is selecting decks to represent a specific kind of friend that you can have. It's a cool idea. I don't usually feel like decks have their own personality. They kind of do. Okay, what I do believe is that each deck, the style of each deck, maybe taps into a specific part of ourselves. I'm triple Pisces, also have Aquarius. I'm not sure now how you say it. Sorry. So yeah, I kind of change all the time, and I'm aware that I have kind of different personalities, maybe. I do like to change. So I understand that the decks can connect with a different part of me. That's what I believe. And that's the beauty of all the different styles and different decks that we have in this age. A lot to choose from. So, let's begin. The first one will be the brutally honest confidant. I cannot choose just one. I'm so sorry. And I did a big exercise of restraint and limited it to just 2 decks per kind of friend. For the brutally honest one, I chose 2 oracles. One is the Halloween oracle, which for me was a really good surprise, because I thought it would be something funny, something really nice for Halloween. You have the mummy, you have a lot of skulls, you have the vampire, and some witchy stuff, scrying one, and actually the witch, and also we have the werewolf. So you have all these fun elements of Halloween that I love. Since I was a child, everything horror and mystery I loved. So it's fun, but it's also really, really deep. It surprised me just with one card. You got like a lot of layers, and you can really dig into stuff. Like the werewolf, which is exploring wildness in ourselves, the battle between the instinct and the freedom maybe that we feel we need and we search, in battle with the mind, the control. So this one is kind of like really fun, and also makes you face deeper stuff and by its own nature, the shadow. Love it. I'm surrounded by decks, so this is gonna be a little bit confusing, but I'm gonna try my best. The second one, for the brutally honest one, is the Heart of Fairy Oracle. This deck for me was a surprise. I was on a holiday in Ireland in esoteric spiritual shop, kind of shop, and I didn't want to buy a lot of stuff because then I had to think of the overweight in the suitcase on the plane and all this kind of fun stuff when you travel, and I really hate it. So yeah, I was kind of like, I don't want to buy too much stuff, but I saw this deck for, I think it was 15 euros. It was the last one, and it was like a big sale, and it took me like 3 seconds to grab the box. I had no idea what this was, the style or anything, but I really liked, I guess, yeah, the picture. I really like it, and I thought it would be beautiful to look at and very interesting. So I got it, and it surprised me because it's kind of, yeah, it's fairy, but it's dark, and it's also very real. It keeps you very real. It shows you the dark, this is the temptation, the dark side, the illusions sometimes we get trapped in. Yeah, it's beautiful, it's magical, it's inspiring, but it's also, it makes you face that dark part, that shadow part. And there are some cards with no explanation, with no significance, but it also feels really profound when you look at the pictures. And I say this a lot when I use this card, this deck, and especially this card. Feels like they are watching us and kind of laughing at us. And that is a great challenge, a great test, to look at ourselves and laugh a little bit about ourselves and learn a lot in the process. So as you can see, it's, for me, it's a mix between fun and also a look at the dark side. I guess that's my style. I don't know. So these ones for me are the brutally honest friends, which I kind of love. Next one. The wise mentor. Okay, so again, 2. And of course, wise mentor for me, it's kind of more like shamanic, pagan, Celtic. That's my thing. Trees, forest, green, Celtic. Did I say Celtic? First one. I guess this is kind of a classic already for some. Wildwood Tarot. Took me a long time to get this deck. I don't know exactly why. I looked at the pictures online and I was like, yeah, I really love this vibe. I really love it. This is the devil. It's so green and it's so pagan, and it's so kind of so much nature and so beautiful. Oh, this one. This one is one of my favorites. It's the world tree with the 4 seasons in the same tree. So yeah, this for me is when I need that ancestral, shamanic, natural, Mother Earth connection. This is the one for me. Even This one is the ancestor, which is the, wow, I forgot. You people watching, you know what I'm talking about. I cannot remember. The Hierophant. Yeah, yeah. Oh, wow, that was weird. Sorry. And that card for me, it's difficult, like for a lot of people, it's a difficult archetype for all the religious and strict um, meanings attached. This deck really helped me to see a completely different view of this archetype. For me, this is it's a calling. It's a sacred, really deep spiritual calling. So this deck for me, it's kind of, yeah, it's a different kind of animal of its own, and it's very, very magical for me. When I need that higher connection, that deep connection, that natural connection, that is one. And the other one is, of course, again, green trees, the Celtic tree oracle. Like the Halloween oracle, it's the same illustrator, so that's an extra point for me. And it's beautiful. I love the images, and also the same. It has a lot of layers in every card, so it really gives you a lot of insight in the problem, or what can you do about it. Yeah, and for me, I said this before in other hashtags. Trees and minerals, crystals are the biggest, wisest mentors, teachers. Well, and wolves, but I don't have wolves around. So trees and crystals. So yeah, wildwood and the Celtic tree oracle for the wise mentor. Next one. Keeps moving by itself. The polar opposite. Okay. My first polar opposite is one of my first oracle decks. This one has a funny story attached. This is the Spanish edition. It's the unicorn, magical unicorns, I don't know, by Dorian Virtue. Is one of the only two Dorian Virtue decks that I have. This one and the Goddess Oracle, something like that. It's the same kind of box, a small box. These are the only golden edged decks that I have. I bought this deck because one day I was at my best friend's house, and her mother, she's into magic and all this spiritual kind of stuff. And I went one day there, and her mother told me she just bought some kind of big bells, and they did some therapy or ritual with it. So she asked me if I wanted to try it, and I was like, yeah, sure, it sounds fantastic. So I lay down in the bed, and she just closing my eyes and relaxed, and she just moved the bells on top. It wasn't anything special really, it was nice, but for some minutes I was just there laying with my eyes closed. I felt really good, and I visualized, and this is literal, really. It was Pegasus, like in the sky, surrounded by clouds, but on top of it, it was like a bright light and kind of like a rainbow. I think, I don't know. It was nothing like me, that vision. Like really nothing. I'm not like that at all. So that's why my first thought on the polar opposite was this one, because I bought this deck after that moment. I was in a shop and I saw this and I was like, maybe I should get this. It could be interesting. I felt like a connection, that vision with this deck. I know these are unicorns, it's not exactly the same, but since there was like a bright light on top of Pegasus head in my vision, I was like, okay, close enough. So yeah, this one is in Spanish. It has different artists, and problem with this kind of deck is that, I mean, it's nice. It has uplifting, loving messages, but also there's some ones that can be a little bit confusing, because if you're asking, let me find it, this one, for example, this one, it's siblings, like sisters and brothers, and depending on your question or depending on the subject you're consulting about, I don't have, I mean, it's kind of really literal, and I know you can find some connection, but I'm an only child, and if I'm asking about a crisis that I have, and maybe I get brothers and sisters, or another one that it's, for example, pets, okay, and my absolute favorite, oh come on, here, water, drink more water. Okay, yeah, I guess I could go with feelings, emotions. Yeah, but it's so literal in some ways that, or grandparents, they're cards like that, and sometimes it's kind of like completely out of place depending on the subject you're asking about. So yeah, I don't use it as much as I used to anymore, because of course you buy new decks and things change. But yeah, this is the farther from me from all the decks that I have. It's nice anyway, but yeah, kind of a surreal story behind it. And the other one is a deck. It's, for me, it's interesting. I forgot to bring the box, or well, it's the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburgo, Spanish edition. This was a present from a friend. It was actually hers, but she didn't use it much. Well, you can see it in the, maybe it shows a little bit. It's secondhand, but it was special for me because she's a good friend. And yeah, it's not the kind of deck that I would necessarily buy. It's beautiful. The detail, it's amazing. The illustrations are from a famous Russian illustrator, something like that. Some of the cards they had to hire another artist because the original one died before finishing it. So, but it's beautiful. It's really nice. That's the full. But yeah, it's really, really Russian, which is not a culture that I've been never felt connected or anything. It was special because it was a present from a friend, but I don't know. It just felt nice for example, winter time, like Christmas or something like this. Maybe because all of the, I don't know, the style and the borders and everything, the gold, I don't know, but not really what I will usually go for. So that's the other one. And I had another one in mind, but I haven't actually bought the deck, which is the Happy Tarot. It's so not my style, but for some weird, unexplainable reason, I want that deck. Maybe someday. I don't know. Haven't bought it yet. But it's in my wish list with 1,000 more. The next one, I think it's the Fun Friend, the funny one. The funny one. Yes? The funny one. So, for this one, my first choice is one of the decks that I was waiting to arrive, which is the Everyday Witch. Yay! I wanted this so bad because I love, and I think I haven't used it much, and for now it's only for my own readings, for personal readings, not for clients yet. But I do want to use it for clients. It is, look at the 5 of Cups. It's a party. She's crying over the spilled wine. Yeah. But it's a party. And it's so beautiful. It's in the beach with the trees and everything. And yeah, no mountains. No, just trees. But it's so nice. So colorful. It's pagan and it feels also modern. It's just, and it's funny because from the first moment I started using it, Hierophant, another take, also interesting, it has helped me so much, and it was like instantly to see the card in a completely different way. And I love that, when you discover a different path with a card. So for me, this one is very, very fun. And the back, I love it. So witchy. So weekend. I love it. It reminds me of my teenage years when I discovered Wicca. And I was like, yeah, I like this stuff. This is cool. And also what I really like is they use the characters from the court cards. For example, here in the 10 of Cups. Those are the King and Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups. Yeah, it's so much fun. Even, oh, come on, the Devil. That Devil, look at that. I don't know if you know this artist, but there's a gothic music. Well, he does a lot of stuff. It's Aurelio Voltaire, and that Devil looks kind of like him, and I love that card because I love that guy. I love Voltaire. So if you like gothic stuff, go for that one, Aurelio Voltaire. Look at that, the Lair of Voltaire. That channel is gold. He's funny, he's talented, and oh my god, his voice, he sings so well. Okay, enough of that. Funny one, my new love, Everyday Witch Tarot. And now this one's very special because it's not really a deck. It's my own freaky creation. It's really cheap, really bad, but it's kind of my own oracle. It's my Dark Muses oracle. I think I shared a few pictures when I just printed the first set of pictures. I want to print more. I have to prepare the graphics first, but nah, this is really cheap, seriously, but I love it. Just my favorite Dark Muses. Just for maybe choosing a card for the day or for the week or for the month. I don't really use it that much. It's really thin. It's really cheap. But yeah, Evil Queen, Once Upon a Time, Goddess. Maleficent. I really loved Angelina in that movie. Ooh. Well, you can. She's right there, bigger one. But yeah, Catwoman, Tim Burton, Michelle Pfeiffer. she's actually one of my, I think she's actually my first dark muse. Obsessed with that poster since I was a kid, and I bought it twice. When I finally found it. Yeah, it's just, for now, it's just Catwoman, this Catwoman, Maleficent, also Catwoman, and yeah, Regina, Evil Queen. She's the best. She's so good. Maleficent again, my queen. And I wanted to do more, and I was thinking about Selene from the movies Underworld, which is a vampire versus werewolf. Love that world, love those movies, and actually the last one was pretty good. But yeah, the first one is amazing, and I wanted to add her also to my freaky thing. And I think we're already getting close to the loyal best friend is the last one. And for this one, I have one that it's very obvious, which is, of course, can you guess? Rider Waite Smith. And I choose the borderless. It feels like more special, like for visits, when you dressed up and you put the best stuff for the visits. So yeah, it wasn't one of my first decks when I started to study tarot. I only bought the mini version. Was last year? I think it was just last summer when I was on vacation in Palma de Mallorca, and I was looking for a mini deck. Didn't really care which one. I just saw on some videos they were using a mini deck, and I was like, oh, that's so cute. I need one. So I was by my own, walking around, searching for spiritual and esoteric shops, of course. And yeah, searching for a mini deck, and I found the Rider Waite Smith mini. Really good price. And I was like, cool. And I absolutely fell in love with it. I'm not sure if it was, I don't think it was only because it was small and so damn cute. But yeah, these illustrations, they have, not this one, they definitely have some magic, because it has connected with so many people for so long now. Well, you all know it. Okay, I don't really have to. I just want to talk today. That's the first one, loyal best friend. And now the second one, it's recent for me. I've been using this one with clients for a few months now, last month and this month. I'm absolutely in love with this deck. Also in my YouTube channel, all the readings for the astrological signs that I do, I use this one. I started with the Rider Waite, of course, but then as soon as I got this one, I changed. And I must confess, it's kind of, it has taken that spot. I'm not using the Rider Waite that much anymore, because I have this one. So, yeah. Spellcaster's Tarot. I discovered this deck watching some other tarot readings online, and something about the illustrations I really liked. And I know there's a few changes in the deck, like the sword, all the sword cards are associated with fire, I think. You can see that in the Ace of Ace of Swords. It's surrounded by fire. I won't find it now, of course. No. No. And then the wands are associated with air. So, well, but you can work with it either way. I mean, it's not really. At first I was a little bit scared because I thought, oh my god, I won't be able to work with it, but nah, it's not a problem. And I really like I know the edition is really good, the book is amazing, the box is really good box, but of course you lose a little bit of quality maybe in the cardstock. But for me, it's really worth it. Like borderless, and the size is really good. I have small hands, so the size is kind of perfect. You can take it with you. It doesn't take a lot of space in your bag. So yeah. Let me find some of my favorites. I don't know. Well, this one's really nice. Ten of Cups. Oh, the Ace of Cups. Of course. It's really, really nice. Has this kind of painting style with that. Oh, this one. Wolves. Oh my god. Something, of course, that made me fall in love with this deck. It's the amount of wolves that you got in it, and also the depiction, the drawing is so perfect. It's so nice. Because in some decks you see the wolves, and I'm always looking for wolves, but it's not a good representation. Here, any card you choose, it's so beautiful. The wolves are so beautiful. See, swords, fire. Well, wands, air. You can see it especially in the ace of wands, ace of swords. But for the most part, it's okay. Let me find some more wolves here. And also what I love about this is every time you see a wolf in these cards, they are not attacking. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's more like guidance and protection. Here, the Four of Swords. For me, it's like those wolves are just guarding and protecting that person. And there's another one. Two of Swords. Traditionally, the figure is not looking, not paying attention, not wanting to see the emotions and the intuition, which is the water and the moon behind them. But here, it's a wolf. So it's that teacher, that instinct, that truth that they see when they look in your eyes. And I could go on and on and on. Oh my god, look at this one, Nine of Swords. I love this one because it's kind of like a magical ritual to, just let go the fear, all those thoughts, and the wolf behind that figure, just, supporting them. I absolutely love this deck. So, sorry, Ryder, it's me. You're in kind of a second position now. But my best friends right now, my loyal best friends. So easy for me to read these ones. They're straight to the point, give a lot of insight, but also in an easy way. It's not hard, not traumatic. Well, I think that's all. 34 minutes. If you're still watching, you're champion. Thank you so much. Thank you, Simon. It's always fantastic to do one of your hashtags. I could keep going like a fan. But really fun hashtag. Really good idea for a hashtag. It made me think a lot and really hard to choose just two for each one, which I know is not exactly what it was, maybe what it was supposed to be. This is all fun. Yeah, so thank you for watching and join the hashtag if you haven't already, or now I'm gonna go and watch more. I have so many videos to watch. Okay, bye now. Take care. Till next time. Ciao.